One day, I was going through some pictures from a trip to Malibu, and I saw myself. I was enormous. I weighed 191 pounds. I thought to myself, how did I get this fat? And I knew how I'd gotten this fat. I had gotten in a bad habit of going through the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru at midnight. The great thing was, Dunkin' Donuts was now attached to Baskin-Robbins. So I would go through the drive-thru, order a bear claw and a triple sundae, and scarf it down in my car in the parking lot. Then I would go through the drive-thru again, order the same thing in a French accent. I had a closet full of size 8 clothes, like someone had died. I had died. I was killing myself with food. For a while, I was part of a bogus charity where there was a tennis fanatic who went from a size 6 to a size 2 by working with a woman named Julia. She was known as an intuitive nutritionist. I had no idea what that was, but I was desperate, so I called her. I went to the first appointment in her house and sat on the couch. She came out from behind a green curtain in flowing New Age clothing. She looked at me and said, "You are brown rice." Me? Yes, you are brown rice. No one had ever called me brown rice before. At least I wasn't a Swanson family-sized lasagna. So I would go to her house and we would discuss my path to a size 8 and brown rice and vegetables. She had me write 10 post-dated checks under a different name for $2.25 a pop. She said to me, "This is the way of letting the universe know you are serious about weight loss." On the 10th session, I went to her house and said, "Julia, I'm starving. I have to eat something other than brown rice and vegetables." Steaks on the grill. I left because it was pure BS. I lost 8 pounds. Then, I'm not proud of this, but I went back to Dunkin' Donuts in a French accent. I couldn't stop. The next thing I tried was Jenny Craig. The women were enormous. They were wearing white lab coats. They looked like doctors. My counselor said to me, "Jenny wants you to dance that dance. Get into a bathing suit by summer." I had to buy a week's worth of the Jenny Craig food. The food was disgusting. It was a biohazard. It all tasted the same. It tasted like space food sticks from the 70s. My counselor said if I was hungry, and I was hungry all the time, I could eat a light toss salad. I laughed because my hair started to fall out. I lost 8 pounds. Then I went on another binge. Though it was summer, I found some eggnog in a gas station. And downed it in my car while listening to Christmas CDs. For a long time, I'd seen ads about Weight Watchers, and it seemed the most sensible program because you could eat real food. I thought, try it. I was so embarrassed about how much weight I'd gained. I chose a location 20 miles away in a strip mall next to a Food for Less. I thought if I bombed the whole program, I could go on a binge. I went to my first meeting expecting suburban foxes, women in a size 6 getting ready for a honeymoon or a cruise. Instead, There were middle-aged pear-shaped housewives eating leftover casserole out of Tupperware. I scanned the group and saw only one fox, a brunette in the back, eating a banana. And there was a little man named Ted with a handlebar mustache, wearing a beret. I was immediately drawn to him. I thought, this guy must take classes at the Art Institute. The meeting started and the leader came out. She said her name was Sandra. She was wearing what appeared to be a figure skating costume. And was slathered in clown makeup. She quickly explained the program, which was a point system in which each food item was given a point. You were allowed so many points per day, and they were tallied up in a little booklet called a points tracker. Since I needed to lose 51 pounds, I was allowed 35 points per day. I was dismayed. I had a math disability and couldn't possibly track points. So I was gonna have to wing it. Sandra continued, ladies, we're going to talk about the summer slimmer recipes. The first one we're going to talk about is street smart gazpacho. Who knows what goes into this winter? Cukes. Right on. Baby corn? Hardly. Vodka, said Ted. Sandra looked annoyed. Ted, do you know vodka has 11 points an ounce? Ted just smiled. Sandra continued. Let's talk about the pork chop. It's versatile for summer. Ladies, how can we dress this one up? Applesauce, go, go, go. Garlic butter, belongs on a steak. Vodka, said Ted. This time, Sandra completely flipped out. Ted, what is it with the vodka? It's 11 points an ounce. I'm glad you're participating, but say something sane for Christ's sakes, or get out! The place went up for grabs. The pear-shaped women were getting up and gasping. Some were marching towards Ted. Some were marching towards Food for Less. Ted just sat there, clutching the pork chop from the display. I thought, what a fantastic shit show. This is better than TV. I could hardly wait to come back the next week. I came back the next week, and Ted and the skinny chick were gone. A woman heavier than me weighed me in, and I gained a quarter pound. She said to me, we're here to lose, not gain. I was totally ashamed that I gained a quarter pound. I couldn't even do the point system. I got in my car and I thought, I'm done with Weight Watchers. In fact, I'm done with all diets. And you know what? I'm beautiful, even at this size. And you know what? It doesn't make any difference what size I am. I can lose the weight. I can walk forward from today and lose the weight. And guess what? I lost 40 pounds. By being kind to myself, by being gentle to myself, by giving myself a break. I gave myself a break, guys. I didn't shame myself. I didn't put myself down. I didn't binge on bear claws and triple Sundays. I lost the weight. I don't even know where it went. And I did it without any gimmick, without a woman in a figure skating costume telling me I had to whip up a vat of gazpacho. And today I can honestly say I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I'm strong. I have a certain amount of dignity and poise. and that's size 8. I'm not there yet, and who cares? Maybe I'll give my size 8 clothing to Goodwill. And when I look back on those pictures from the trip to Malibu, I have compassion for that woman, utter compassion. She did not have a way out, and now I do. Thank you.
Keep it going for Aunt Purky! In addition to being a fantastic storyteller, Aunt Purky was also instrumental as co-producer of this show of bringing storytelling to Lake Forest. She was the first person who approached the folks at the Gorton Center and said, let's do this. And we hope that it continues to grow and grow. At some point in the future, this whole show is just entirely Lake Forest people, because we know there's so many stories out there. Speaking of stories, are you ready for another one? Yeah. All right.